Okay, guys, I wanted to change up the way I've been doing things the last few days. I decided this change was kind of necessary to keep my growth. I don't feel like I was doing very well for a while. So I updated some stuff, and we're gonna see how this goes today, and we're gonna experiment a bit. So I'm gonna be watching my phone for a sec just to make sure everything sounds all right, because lately it hasn't been coming out the greatest. So I want to make sure everything's ready, and we're gonna figure it out today, guys. We're gonna go into my playlists, my React playlist, because obviously, duh.
When you want it with
Perfect. This is exactly the one I wanted. Alrighty, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it right. Musk pushed back on Trump's spending bill. So we're gonna see what this is going on with this, and because apparently rumor has it Musk and Trump are in a fight right now. I don't know how true that is. I'm gonna do some more research, but that's the topic today. So we're gonna be discussing if Trump and Musk are seriously in a fight, or if that's just more fake news. You know, fake news. Because the left can't stop giving the fake news. Why does it keep opening on that thing? I tell it not to, and it does it anyway. God damn it, the leftist political fucks know I'm here. They don't like me. They do not like me. Roz, okay, you can leave my room. I'm doing stuff. It's weird. Go. Go bite somebody. You're a grumpy moose butt. Sorry, my dog is grumpy right now, but it's fine. What we're gonna do is, I think everything works. So my kick stream's looking good. Everything's sounding way better than it has. So that's what I wanted to make sure of. Because, yeah, lately my audio hasn't been working, so I wanted to make sure the audio is up to date. I had to update some stuff. Changed up a few things. I'm swapping ideas. So the way I've been doing these streams is I've been doing them with my face, trying to show you guys stuff. But I think the best way to do this, to grab attention, is to do these streams, go back and edit them with video game content on parts where I'm talking where there's nothing going on. I think that is the best conclusion I've come up with, and we are going to give it a try today. So let's get it. Let's play that shit.
Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Carrie Moscow.
Karen, we'll have more on the markets in a minute, but first we're getting new pushback on President Trump's giant tax cut bill, and it's coming from Elon Musk. The billionaire has announced he is stepping back from his Department of Government Efficiency effort, but he says the bill undercuts his efforts to slash government spending. Musk spoke with CBS News.
I was disappointed.
Surprised. I'm not. Trump is kind of going crazy on some stuff. We've all seen that to be true. And I know that people are scared and stuff, but we're going to see what he's going to do, because we don't fully know what he's going to do yet. And we're going to figure it out bit by bit and see what's exactly going on. But anyways, I'm just testing out the stream again real quick. I want to make sure everything's being captured the way I want it. And then after I double check this again one more time, we are going to be okay and everything should be fine. I just want to verify that it can hear the audio just fine. Yep. Okay, I need to up this a little more because it's still too quiet. Okay, so we've made some updates. We should be all set. Everything seems to be working the way I want it to. Now, I didn't realize in my earlier streams that nobody could hear shit. I wish somebody would have called me out for that shit, but I had no idea. But now we're good, so let's party rock.
To see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
Elon Musk questioned whether the bill can be both big and beautiful. In his words, quote, "I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both." The legislation includes an array of tax cuts. It is now going to the Senate after narrowly passing the House last week. And you can hear Elon Musk's full interview on CBS Sunday morning. It airs this Sunday at 10 a.m.
So it seems like Musk isn't okay with the new Trump bill. He said that it's going to undermine everything he did. It's going to make it look like he didn't do anything. I don't know how much I believe that. I mean, there is concern, but I mean, Trump, they said that about Trump in his first term, and he did so well that the economy was boosted. There was more jobs, and the tariffs, that he was getting so much money that, you know, we actually fucking lowered the deficit a little bit for once, and we didn't grow it. The only reason it grew was because of COVID. COVID made this a fucking disaster, and it ruined so much of work that we pushed towards. Had COVID never have happened, I truly, truly, truly believe that we would be in a much better world right now. Not only health-wise, but
time on Bloomberg Radio.
I really do believe
Nathan, Elon Musk is going to have to face a lawsuit over his work to slash government jobs and spending. More than a dozen Democratic state attorneys general brought the case, saying Musk wielded illegal power as the public face of Doge.
I love when they say this bullshit, and I love news because they never can tell you what they're being sued for, like exactly why. Like, they need to specify. Like, if it were me, it was my news network, right? I would say Elon is being tried for this under this law because the fact that he did this violated that law, and that is what he's being tried for. But they can never do that. It's always some bullshit like, oh yeah, he's being tried because of this, but what law he violated, we have no fucking clue. He probably didn't even violate a law. They probably just made that shit up because they, you know, fuck Elon, fuck Trump, fuck everybody, you know, trying to do the right things and make sure that we get our shit together, you know, fuck those people. Fuck the people trying to do the right things. You know, just make them public enemy number one and you solve your fucking problem. Ain't that how it seems to work nowadays? Always the same bullshit, never the results. It's crazy. Is having some fucking issues too, apparently. That's not the main reason why I wanted to cover this, but I guess if they're going to include that, I'm interested now.
Kind of in a spin.
SpaceX stresses it learns from every test flight, saying, quote, "We're going to learn, iterate, and iterate over and over again."
Nathan, the Trump administration is taking its pressure on colleges and universities to a new level. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has ordered embassies around the world to stop scheduling student visa interviews. The administration is considering tougher reviews of students' social media accounts for signs.
100%. There's no doubt in my mind we should be doing this. We literally let multiple terrorists attend these schools. They literally push back and tell us America needs to change, not even being American fucking citizens. It causes so many fucking problems that we do need to start investigating this shit, and we do need to start putting a stop to this. Because if we keep allowing people to come in, not only to our country, but everywhere around the world, if they keep coming into these universities and they're going to keep causing problems because we're giving them visas, No, because there's been a few cases already where they found out that people we gave visas to, literally social media accounts have tweets where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna uh I'm gonna make sure that Trump doesn't get elected, and I'll make sure I protest against it, or I'll make sure, I protest against this bill, or I'll support Hamas, you name it. It's probably happened, and I'm not saying it's happened in every case, but there's a lot of cases where I think studying the social media presence of people would be hella beneficial, because not only is that going to benefit us, it's going to benefit the future of the people attending the university, so we can make sure the best and brightest are getting in and not fucking idiots that want to cause problems and be useless and not pull their weight. So that's what it's for, and I think we're doing a good job on that part. And people who say that, we're wrongly deporting and throwing a bucket fucking fits and crying and saying, we can't do this. Yeah, we fucking can. And we're using everything in the law that already exists to fucking do it. So how about get good, scrub, because we're already doing it. You idiots fucked around, now you're finding out.
Signs of anti-Semitism or national security risk.
Correct.
Here's State Department spokeswoman Tammy Bruce.
We should
Every
have been
sovereign
doing
country
this
has
already.
a right to know who's trying to come in, why they want to come in, who they are, what they've been doing, and at least hopefully within that framework, determine what they will be doing.
State Department spokeswoman Tammy Bruce. This latest move comes after the Department of Homeland Security tried to block Harvard from enrolling international students.
We should stop them. We should 100% stop them from being able to get international students right now. We need to stop every visa policy right now. We need to completely wipe it off the face of the map. I don't care if it's going to fuck with colleges. I don't care. They let them in. They can stay. The ones that are already here can stay within reason, as long as they're not causing problems that have visas for these schools. That's my opinion, right? But the ones that are causing problems for these schools need to be kicked the fuck out. And the other issue is the ones that are trying to come over, even if they're good-hearted people, we need to wait and clean up our shit now, our problem now, before allowing these other people to come into our country. That's the issue that I think people aren't realizing, is if you keep letting people into the country, you keep letting them into the country, and we can't fix the problem with the ones we've already let into the country, and we can't clean up our streets and get things kind of at peace, the fentanyl crisis under control, all these other crises that they're causing, the job market crises, etc., etc. If we don't get that under control first and we keep letting people in, we're going to cause these problems to grow even more. So I think stopping it all together right now is absolutely wonderful, and we need to chill out, get everything under control, and then let's start letting people back into the country that want to come here for good reasons, want to come here to start their business, or want to come here to damn, I said it earlier and I can't remember. Come in here to go to school. There we go. Go to college. We can let them come in once we have our shit together for what we currently have the problem with right now. And I really do believe in that.
More action is coming, saying the University of California is one that can expect massive lawsuits.
Let's turn to the markets now, Karen. Futures are lower after yesterday's tech-led rally on Wall Street, and one of those tech giants reports earnings this afternoon. That would be NVIDIA. Let's get a preview from Bloomberg's Tom Busby.
While demand for NVIDIA's AI chips remains strong from U.S. firms still building out their AI infrastructure, the big question, how the company is dealing with curbs on shipping its products to customers in China. That prompted the company
Who gives a fuck about China? Trump is trying to make America the leader of AI technology. Why the fuck do we care about China? Fuck China. That's the problem with this world right now, okay? And with America. I get it, okay? China was struggling, and we made it our fucking responsibility, like always, to get involved like a bunch of fucking idiots and try to be heroes. And we sent all our jobs over there to make it cheaper on the American consumer. Not only to make it cheaper on the American consumer, we also did it so that the people... I'm trying to use English here and make sense. So that the people could get stuff cheaper, and not only could the people get stuff cheaper, we are giving the people of China jobs. That's what I meant to say. So it made sense at the time, but the more we let it go, the more we started doing, the more we kept doing it, caused way too many problems. And that's the fucking stupid shit that some people don't see, is us allowing all of our stuff to go overseas made 90, a little over, let's say made 40% of our problems right there. 40% of our problems can be solved if every American company came to America and stopped involving and brought their factories over here, because America is still the #1 consumer of the world. We buy more than China. We buy more than all these other countries. So why would you want your factories to be in China if America's buying all your shit? See, it doesn't make any sense. But they were doing it for a strategic reason at first, but now it's not strategic for anybody due to the tariff policy and due to all this other stuff. So we need to start bringing companies back to America, and which is what Trump's doing. And I think that's the only way forward, so we can get the jobs market under control and get people workable wages again and get factories here and get everything rocking and rolling again just like it should be, so we can make sure that companies are held accountable in America the way they should be.
Already announced a $5.5 billion write-down a few weeks back. Also key for investors, any update on plans to launch cheaper Blackwell chips just for the Chinese market, and a timeline for its next generation Rubin processors.
Let me get this straight. We're going to sell cheaper chips because it's China? That seems kind of dumb. I mean, like I said, I don't really give a shit about China in this. Like, I don't understand why China comes into it. But it's like, again, why do we keep bringing China up? You're a NVIDIA, you're a company in America, and you should stay in America because you have so many chip plants opening. But my question is, to companies like NVIDIA, what are you going to do when everybody's up to date with the latest technology? Let's say your AI chips are revolutionary, right? Which they are. Okay, let's say all your AI chips are in every computer on American soil and around the world, okay? Hypothetically, let's just say 20 years have passed, AI technology's come so far, NVIDIA launched the AI chips, and everybody's got NVIDIA products. What do you do then? That's the thing that a lot of these companies don't think of. So yeah, you're growing, you're making all these chip plants, but what do you do after everybody has these chips already and nobody wants to buy the newest, latest, and greatest chips? You guys really got to think about that too. That's the other problem with all these companies, is they're expanding because they're the hottest commodity right now. But what happens when NVIDIA is not the hottest commodity tomorrow? They really need to figure that out, and I don't think they have a plan for that yet.
Despite the expected write-down, Bloomberg consensus calls for revenue of $43.32 billion, adjusted earnings per share of 88 cents. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
All right, Tom, thank you. And stay with Bloomberg for full coverage of NVIDIA's earnings on a special edition of Bloomberg Technology, when we'll be speaking with the CEO, Jensen Huang. Catch it at 6:30 p.m. Wall Street time.
Nope, I didn't need to click anything else. That's crazy, though. Wow. That is absolutely wild. Shit. Okay, well, that'll do it for today, guys. I'll probably stream more tomorrow. Obviously, for sure, I'll have more time to stream tomorrow. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are the days I stream the most. I just thought I'd keep you guys up to date on this and let you know that I think Trump and Elon are fine. I'm gonna verify that. I don't know what else to put, so that's the description I'm going. Are they mad at each other?
Yeah. Mr. President, Elon Musk in a television interview criticized the one big, beautiful bill, saying he was disappointed it didn't cut enough, essentially, that it undercut the Doge efforts. What's your reaction to that?
Well,
Sorry.
reactions, a lot of things. Number one, we have to get a lot of votes. We can't be cutting. We need to get a lot of support, and we have a lot of support. We had to get it through the House. The House was. We have no Democrats. If it's up to the Democrats, they'll take the 65% increase.
He's got a point, though. If you guys don't know, if you actually pay attention and look at the policies and stuff, in order to keep up with the deficit, Trump's trying to find a loophole where it doesn't cost us 45% increase in taxes. Right now, with the way the deficit sits, if we want to get the deficit under control and fix everything, everybody's going to have an increase of 45% of their taxes. Do you have any idea what that would do to us, to the American society? So that's why I think the big beautiful bill is a good idea. And even if it fails, it's worth a shot because most people cannot afford a 45% increase in their taxes. We already, I mean, I shouldn't say increase. We all pay about average about 30%. In Arizona, I pay about 33%. Okay, that means my taxes would go up 12 to 15%, maybe even higher, up to maybe even 50% of my income would be going to the government to help fix the deficit so some asshole can take a yacht trip on our tax dollars as per usual. And I'm not for that anymore. That is why I'm hoping and praying that I think Trump's right and this big beautiful bill will help America, because if we don't, we are fucking screwed, guys. There is no maybe. We are cooked. We are bent over backwards with the American flag fucking us, because all you people going out, well, yeah, well, Zach, you don't realize that the government spending is all legit. And we need every dollar to help people. And if we can't help and manipulate somebody else, then we aren't doing our job. Oh, yeah, I know that, motherfuckers. That's why I don't want you having my tax dollars, because I swear to God, I'm not funding fucking Diddy parties anymore. I don't understand how we were paying for some of this shit. I don't want my fucking tax dollars to go to transgender surgery for fucking mice. And when people say it's not a real thing, you can literally look it up on AI and on YouTube. It pops up surgeries they've done to practice gender affirming care on mice with our tax dollars. And Musk put an end to that. It's great. It's great. I call Doge the retard detector, okay? Because if you're not for it, you're fucking stupid. And if you do support it, then you have brain cells, because the whole point of Doge is to cut government spending where we're overspending and nobody could figure out why. Because the same reason why I want to know where a lot of this money went that nobody can account for, and why AOC and Nancy Pelosi and oh god, what's her name, Kamala Harris have so much fucking money that they are rolling in it, when not too long ago, I mean, not discluding Nancy Pelosi, not too long ago, their incomes weren't that high, and now all of a sudden they're multi-millionaires for AOC and Kamala. Anyone want to explain how the fuck that's possible? That's literally impossible. There is no way on this planet you can prove that and make that actually make sense for anybody, including the American consumer. You can't make that make sense. I'm trying to fix something real quick while we're talking. But that's the main issue. You cannot make that make sense. You can't sit there and tell me, oh, you know, government spending is fine and Doge is a criminal enterprise. What makes it a criminal enterprise? The fact that it wants to keep the government in check, shit we should have been doing a long time ago? Like, that's what I don't understand. You guys are all mad or offended that we're cutting government spending, but the reason why we're cutting government spending is because people are manipulating over using the government resources. Common sense. Okay, well, that'll be it for today, guys. Have a great one. Thanks for everything, and peace.